Last week, I came back from vacation, and it was a great time. But the trip home, it was a killer. 25 hours of travel with no sleep. And when I say no sleep, I mean no deep sleep. You know what it's like when you're on a plane and you doze off, but then your head falls forward and you catch yourself suddenly awake. So all you get are these tiny 5 or 10 minute micro sleeps that barely feel like sleep at all. Between you and me, I think I was also drooling a little too. It was very uncool. And, very unsatisfying. Because that kind of light sleep is not what my body needed. I craved deep, restful sleep. When I finally made it home, I slept deeply for hours. And the difference I felt the next day was remarkable. It was as if my entire system had been renewed. My thinking was clearer, my mood was lighter, and my body felt energized. And that's what tonight's episode is all about. Not extreme deprivation like my travel experience, but the everyday renewal that comes from truly deep, recharging sleep. Because even when we're getting adequate hours of sleep, many of us aren't experiencing the quality of deep sleep that truly restores our energy. So maybe you've been feeling a bit depleted lately. Or maybe you wake up feeling like your internal batteries are still at 60% rather than fully charged. Tonight, we're going to help your body and mind remember how to access that perfectly deep, restorative sleep that leaves you feeling genuinely refreshed. But before we continue, please make sure you're somewhere safe and comfortable to fall asleep. This podcast is designed to help you drift off. So if you're driving or doing anything that requires alertness, save this episode for bedtime. And if you're finding these episodes helpful, I'd be grateful if you could leave a quick review. I'll admit I've been a bit shy about asking for reviews. This is the first time I've asked, but I'm trying to develop a thicker skin, and reviews really do help others find the show. Even just a couple of words about how the podcast has helped you would mean a lot. So now, let's talk about what's actually happening in your body when you experience that truly deep restorative sleep. Our sleep isn't just one uniform state. It's a fascinating cycle of different stages. When we first drift off, we enter light sleep. And that's that delicate state where you're just barely asleep. It's the kind I was experiencing on that plane. You might still hear noises around you, and you can easily be awakened. Think of this as your body just beginning to power down. Like a computer that's starting the shutdown process. As you sink deeper, you enter what sleep scientists call slow wave sleep or deep sleep. And this is where the real magic of recharging happens. During this stage, your brain waves slow down dramatically, and your breathing becomes deeper and more rhythmic, and your body temperature drops slightly. In this deep sleep state, your body begins a recharging process that affects virtually every system. Imagine each of your cells containing tiny batteries that power everything you do, from thinking and moving to feeling and healing. During deep sleep, these countless little batteries are methodically recharged. Your muscles repair and relax. Growth hormone is released, helping to restore tissues throughout your body. Your immune system strengthens. And most fascinating, your brain begins a cleaning process, clearing away the metabolic waste that accumulated while you were awake. Think about how your phone works when its battery gets low. Everything slows down, functions become limited, and eventually it might shut down completely. Our bodies are the same. When we don't get enough deep sleep, our internal batteries remain at that 60% level. We might notice ourselves becoming more forgetful and more emotionally reactive, less creative, and lacking our usual energy. The good news is that your body naturally knows how to reach this state. It's hardwired into your physiology. Tonight, we're simply going to clear away the obstacles and create the perfect conditions for your body to remember this natural ability. Let's begin preparing for deep restorative sleep. Find a comfortable position, whatever feels best for your body tonight. If you're on your side, find that perfect alignment where your spine feels supported and your neck isn't strained. Perhaps place a pillow between your knees if that adds comfort, and take a moment to make any final adjustments. There's no perfect posture for sleep, just the one that allows your body to fully relax. Bring your attention to your breathing. Don't try to change anything just yet. Just notice how you're breathing right now. Is it shallow or deep? Is it fast or slow? And where do you feel the movement most? And as you continue to notice your breath, I'd like to introduce what I call the recharging breath. This breathing pattern naturally signals to your body that it's safe to enter its restoration mode. Begin by placing one hand lightly on your belly, just below your navel. And now take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Feel your hand rising and hold this breath gently, and then exhale slowly through your mouth, making your exhale longer than your inhale. Let's try this again. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold briefly and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. As you breathe, you might begin to notice a pleasant heaviness developing in your limbs. This is the sign that your body is beginning to shift into its recharging mode. Welcome this sensation. Your body remembers how to do this. how to shift from activity to restoration. It's done this 1,000 times before. Continue with these recharging breaths as we move into the next phase of our journey, releasing any physical tension that might be blocking the flow of this renewing energy throughout your body. Begin by bringing your awareness to the top of your head. Notice any tension you might be holding in your scalp or forehead. Imagine that with each exhale, this tension simply dissolves. Move your attention to your eyes. Allow your eyelids to feel heavy and peaceful. The tiny muscles around your eyes, which work so hard all day processing everything you see, can now completely rest. And now focus on your jaw. Many of us carry tension here without realizing it. Gently allow your jaw to loosen. Feel the muscles around your mouth and cheeks softening. With each exhale, feel your shoulders becoming heavier, melting downward. Imagine any knots or tightness simply dissolving. And now, focus on your arms. Starting from your shoulders, feel a wave of relaxation flowing down through your upper arms, your elbows, your wrists, and finally, your hands and fingers. Bring your attention to your chest and upper back. As you breathe in, feel your lungs expanding with nourishing air. And as you breathe out, feel those areas releasing any tension or tightness. Moving downward, focus on your abdomen and lower back. These core areas are central to your body's energy. With each breath, imagine them filling with the warm golden light of renewal. Any areas of discomfort or tension simply fade away, replaced by a sensation of comfort and ease. Continue this wave of relaxation flowing down into your thighs. Feel how heavy and comfortable they're becoming. The large muscles here often hold tension from walking, standing, and moving throughout your day. Give them permission now to completely let go. The relaxation deepens as it flows through your knees, down your calves, to your ankles, and finally into your feet and toes. Every muscle, every fiber is now completely relaxed. Notice the pleasant heaviness the comfortable warmth that is spread throughout. Your body is now perfectly prepared to enter deep, restorative sleep. And now that your body is completely relaxed, I want you to imagine that you're becoming lighter. Just a little bit lighter. As if you're floating ever so slightly above your bed. Just an inch or two. Your body remains perfectly supported, but there's a pleasant sensation of lightness, of gentle buoyancy. Notice how this feels, this delicious combination of heaviness in your limbs, yet lightness in your being. A perfect drowsiness is beginning to envelop you. As you float here, I want you to imagine that above you is a beautiful glowing sphere of white light. And this is your personal cosmic recharging station. And right now, you can feel the outermost edges of this light, perhaps as a gentle warmth on your face, or a soft glow behind your closed eyelids. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 10. And with each number, you'll float higher, closer to this recharging light. By the time I reach 10, you'll be completely immersed in this renewal energy. It's important now to focus on my voice. You might hear other sounds, maybe from outside your room or from somewhere in your home. But these sounds will only help you relax more deeply as you gently return your focus to my words. Trust that this process will guide you to exactly the restoration your body and mind need tonight. Your only job is to listen and allow this journey to unfold. 1. Feel your body becoming just a little lighter, floating a bit higher above your bed. And notice how your shoulders seem to release even more tension now, melting into this peaceful state. 2. Drifting higher now, the light above you growing just a bit brighter. Feel a pleasant warmth beginning to spread across your chest, like sunshine on your skin. 3. As you continue to float upward, notice how your breathing becomes even deeper, even more rhythmic. Each breath draws you closer to the recharging light. 4. The light is closer now. You might feel a gentle tingling in your fingertips and toes, as if they're beginning to absorb this renewal energy even before you fully reach it. 5. You're halfway to your destination. The boundaries between you and the light begin to blur. 6. Rising higher, you begin to feel the light enveloping your feet and legs. There's a pleasant heaviness here, as if your lower body is already being recharged. 7. The light now surrounds your torso. Feel a gentle warmth spreading through your abdomen and your chest, your back, as if each cell is being bathed in a renewing light. Your heartbeat might slow just a little more, finding its perfect sleep rhythm. 8. The recharging light reaches your arms and hands. Each finger seems to soften and warm, any remaining tension dissolving completely. You might notice a sensation of your arms becoming simultaneously heavy and weightless. 9. Now the light touches your neck and surrounds your head. Feel the muscles of your scalp relaxing, your forehead becoming smooth and cool. Some people notice a pleasant buzzing or humming sensation as the recharging begins in earnest. 10. You are now completely immersed in your recharging station. The renewal light surrounds you entirely, flowing through you, connecting with every cell, every system in your body. Feel yourself suspended in this perfect space of restoration. Every part of you beginning to absorb this healing energy. As you float here, completely surrounded by this radiant energy, notice how the light begins to change. It pulses gently, synchronizing with your breathing, brightening slightly with each inhale and softening with each exhale. This pulsing creates waves of renewal that wash through your entire being. With each wave, tiny particles of starlight appear all around you. These luminous particles shimmer and dance around you, drawn to the areas within you that need recharging the most. Take a deep, nourishing breath, and as you do, feel these particles of starlight begin to flow into your body. They seek out any areas of depletion or fatigue, perhaps in your muscles after a long day, or in your mind after hours of thinking. Wherever energy has been used, these particles bring perfect restoration. First, they flow to your physical body. Feel them gathering in any place that worked hard today. Your back, your shoulders, your legs. A Pleasant warmth spreads through these areas as the starlight particles deliver their gift of renewal. Your muscles become even heavier, even more relaxed. And now the starlight blows to your mental centers. If your mind has been busy today, solving problems, making choices, processing information, these particles surround those areas with cool, clarifying light. Your thoughts become quieter and slower and gentler, like stars blinking lazily in a night sky. The starlight continues its journey to your emotional centers. If you've experienced strong feelings today, whether joy, stress, worry, or excitement, these particles bring a soothing balance. Feel a deep sense of emotional peace spreading through you, a feeling that all is well. You become aware of your internal batteries filling with this luminous energy. From wherever they were, perhaps 50 or 60%, they're now filling to 70, 80, 90%. The recharging is gentle, yet thoroughly reaching every part of you that needs renewal. And your breathing has found its perfect sleep rhythm, deep and slow and effortless. Your heartbeat has slowed to its optimal resting rate, and your body temperature has adjusted to the ideal level for deep sleep. Even your brain waves are shifting, moving from the active patterns of wakefulness to the slower, deeper patterns of restorative sleep. As your recharging nears completion, the space around you begins to shift and change. The bright starlight gradually softens to a deep, velvety indigo, the color of the night sky just before sunset. This indigo light has a special quality. It gently guides you toward the threshold of sleep, that beautiful borderland between wakefulness and dreams. Feel yourself floating in this indigo space, perfectly suspended between consciousness and sleep. The recharging process will continue automatically now throughout your sleep cycles. As you drift at this threshold of sleep, know that when you cross over into slumber, your body will enter its deepest, most restorative sleep state. And you'll remain in this healing sleep until morning, when you'll awaken naturally, your energy completely renewed. There's nothing more for you to do now, but allow sleep to come in its own perfect time. And you don't need to try to sleep. Sleep will find you. Like twilight deepening into night, like a leaf floating gently to the ground, You're simply allowing this natural process to unfold. And when morning comes, you'll awaken with your energy fully restored, filled with vitality and renewal for the day ahead. Rest now in this perfect peace, this perfect recharging space. I'm Suzanne. This is your ticket to Snoozeville. Sleep now. Sleep deeply. Sleep well. Hi, and welcome to your ticket to Snoozeville. My name is Suzanne, and I'm your host. Every week on this show, we explore a different aspect of sleep. And every week, I use a new technique to help you relax and fall asleep. Tonight, we're talking about dreams. And then I'll take you through a progressive relaxation and visualization to prime you for good dreams and send you off into sound sleep. In your life, you've probably experienced a few unpleasant dreams, maybe even nightmares. And while those bad dreams can leave you feeling unsettled and anxious, good dreams have the opposite effect. When we wake, our minds and bodies often carry the positive effects of those good dreams with us into the day. Your body may feel lighter and more relaxed, and your mind clearer, as though you've been wrapped in a blanket of positive energy while you slept. Scientists have found that good dreams can influence our mood for hours after waking. And that's why it's so important to create conditions for good dreams. And that's what we're going to try and do tonight. We'll prime your mind for positive dreaming and hopefully lull you into a deep sleep. Before we move forward, I would just like to thank you for supporting this podcast by listening. And I invite you to follow us. Every Friday, a new episode is released, and we explore a new and different method of inducing sleep. The more methods you try, the more likely it is that you'll hit on that one thing that helps you achieve sleep. I would also, as I always do, like to remind you that before we go any further, please ensure that you are somewhere in which it is safe to fall asleep. That's very important. I'm hoping that at this moment, you are tucked safely in bed. So let's talk about one of the most fascinating aspects of sleep, our dreams. Every night, as we drift off, our minds embark on remarkable journeys through dreamscapes that can be beautiful, strange, and sometimes even unsettling. Centuries ago, we believed that dreams were messages from the gods. Freud was one of the first to study dreams scientifically, and he thought that dreams were a window into our unconscious mind, our hidden thoughts, wishes, and desires. He thought of dreams as secret messages from our unconscious. While many of Freud's ideas about dreams are no longer accepted, he was one of the first people to suggest that dreams have psychological meaning. And today we know a lot more. Scientists now believe that dreams serve several important functions for our brain and emotional well-being. Think of dreams as your brain's nightly maintenance crew, working on several important jobs. They help process your memories. While you sleep, your brain sorts through the day's experiences through dreams and deciding which memories to keep and which to file away. They also act as a kind of emotional therapy session. When you have difficult experiences during the day, your dreams help you process these emotions in a safe space. It's like watching a replay of a tough situation, but with the emotional volume turned down. And then there's threat simulation. Sometimes scary or unpleasant dreams serve as a training ground, helping your brain